The Stagnant Hero by Jason Ginnity. What has been will be again. What has been done will be done again. There is nothing new under the sun. Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 9. The greatest constant in the writings of man has always been and will always be the hero. From King David to King Arthur, Odysseus to Superman. What you read isn't the reincarnation of a hero, but the same incarnation of the hero. Throughout history, the need of a hero has never changed. Thus has that hero remained stagnant throughout his millennia-long fermentation. The misconception of the hero is that he has evolved over the centuries. However, it is the complete antithesis. It is not the hero who has evolved, but the environment around him to which he adapts. Take, for instance, the Pearl Poet's Gowan and Hemingway's Jake, both existing centuries apart from one another, but the same character in essence. Where Gowan has a lord worth dying for, Jake has none. However, both characters seek the same things: self-preservation and self-glory. Where Gowan faces the internal struggle of remaining true to the code of chivalry, Jake faces the internal turmoil of relationships past and the loss of his manhood through his inability to copulate. These contrasting factors being subject to the time period of each character's respective environments. Gowan was a knight of the Round Table, of King Arthur, and as such was privy to knightly duties, but underneath all the armor he was Jake, a young man only wanting to preserve his own life and seek his own glory. The Pearl Poet pulls most, if not all, of his character's external and internal features from religious beliefs of the medieval times. The main ideology of the medieval times was chivalry, the combination of qualities expected of an ideal knight, especially courage, honor, courtesy, and the readiness to help the weak. Yet Gowan, in all of his chivalry and valor, seeks his own glory. When faced with the opportunity to do battle with the Green Knight, Gowan jumps at the chance, his initial reason being to protect the mantle of honor held by King Arthur. Nevertheless, as the tale progresses, Gowan shifts from the preservation of his own lord to himself. In Leo Greco's analysis of Hemingway's works, he states, "The hero is not saving society or an ethical idea, or a damsel in distress. He is saving himself." Gowan mirrors this perfectly in his duel with the Green Knight. When faced with the choice of remaining true to chivalry or receiving the girdle that would keep his life, Gowan chooses the latter. In Hemingway's The Song Rises, Jake's initial ideology is to protect himself. He doesn't take an escapade to figure this out. While Gowan was pulled from the medieval times, Jake was forged from the Roaring Twenties, where the mindset was me, myself, and I. Jake seeks glory through mediocre writing and relationships he has no desire for, platonic or otherwise. This in turn leads to his own self-pity and doubt, which fuels his self-destructive need to surround himself with individuals whom he despises. Where Gowan had the outspoken code of chivalry, Jake had the unspoken code of the bourgeois. Jake, despite his distaste for those around him, continually places himself in uncomfortable situations because he is honor-bound to do so, because of the environment in which he exists. In conclusion, the hero through all of his many costumes and masks has remained the same throughout the centuries, only changing the mask and costume to fit his current conditions, adapting to fit his ever-changing milieu. From Sir Gawain to Jacob Barnes, whatever skin the hero chooses to adorn, it is always a portrayal of his current environment.
Created using Powtoons.